Hello everyone, it's Gone Turbo again. This is Skyrim Special Edition, exclusively on Xbox One. This is part 2 of a 3-part video series that I'm doing on best weather and lighting mods that have even further and additional tweaks on display settings and other mods that make these 3 mods in this 3-part series look the best that I can make them. And again, just wanted to offer these 3 ideas if you're looking for an amazing look to your Skyrim game. In this video, we're going to look at one of my other absolute favorite weather and lighting mods, and that is Rustic Weathers and Lighting. This is a very teeny mod in terms of file size, and what it aims to do is make Skyrim look a little bit more dark and medieval. But it also, with that being said, makes Skyrim look very natural in terms of color and saturation when it comes to more of a natural look to the game. I wanted to give a shout out to YouTuber and fellow Xbox gamer Mustafa Babbitt. Now, he and I have been communicating a little bit on some kind of crazy ideas when it comes to weather and lighting mods, and recently I have felt like a mad scientist at an alchemy station doing some crazy things that you're not supposed to do when it comes to modding. And one of those things is using more than one weather mod. It is completely not something that you should do, and pretty much every single weather mod description says don't use this with other weather mods. Now, I went a little turbo and tried some different things just to see what would happen. And for the most part, you're going to have conflicts when it comes to using more than one weather mod. But one combination that I did try in talking with my friend Mustafa Babbitt in this suggestion is putting ELFX Weathers before or above Rustic Weathers in your load order. I have been trying this, I've been testing it, and I'm seeing absolutely no conflict. But one thing that it does is it changes the texture of the rain. And in my opinion, it looks very, very good. Pretty much like vivid weather quality rain. I'm not a big fan of the light blue blocky rain that a lot of weather mods create, but putting ELFX above Rustic, what I notice is that it changes the rain to an amazing quality look. And that's the only thing that I see that is different. Everything else, in terms of what Rustic brings to the game, is still there and present. I've compared, I've switched these mods in and out to make sure that all goes well. If you put ELFX under Rustic, then you're going to have some additional problems. So if you want to try this suggestion for a much better quality rain look to your game with Rustic Weathers, then give it a try. I have not tried this effect with other mods such as, Mythical Ages or Divine, anything. Just tried it with Rustic. In addition to that, these are the presets and settings that I suggest you use for this mod. If you go down to your Rustic presets, which is a separate standalone mod, you're going to set that preset to harsh. Then you're going to go to display enhancements. This is your bread and butter when it comes to a great display in Skyrim, our display enhancements mod. What I do is I set my saturation to +1, contrast to +1, and I actually decrease brightness 1 time. Then I go to red, green, and blue settings, and I increase red tint 2 times and blue tint 1 time. Increase a little bit of red, kind of brings out the browns and a little bit more natural look to the game. Now this mod setup, this weather setup, is going to make your game a little darker, a little bit more medieval-like, and that's the goal of Rustic. The daylight hours are a little bit shorter, so the sun rises a little bit later and sets a little earlier. Not a big fan of that, but with what you get with the weather effects, it's definitely a good trade-off. So folks, this is my setup for Rustic. I hope you've enjoyed these videos of what it looks like. Absolutely excellent. And stick around for part 3 of this 3-part series. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.